Welcome back to Goldwynn Dinner Club. I'm Grif.
I'm Parker.
This music sounds like News Action Channel.
Do
Do you have the magic mirror yet?
Yeah, I just used it.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, did we talk about Sister Act yet?
Did we talk about it? No.
Let's talk about Sister Act.
I haven't seen it.
I was watching that the other day.
In like 10 years, but go.
It's like, it is a very Catholic movie that has nothing to do with Catholicism, and I just find that fascinating because it's front and center with nuns everywhere, but like their religiosity of it is so unimportant. And I also was fascinated by the fact that like I'm like, this is a movie built around one joke, and that's haha, nuns sing Motown. Isn't that funny? And it's like, yeah, that is pretty funny. And I also learned a couple things about it. This is such a weird... What am I doing? I'm like, let's talk about Sister Act trivia. But, like, it was good. I rewatched it, and the sequel, and I'm like, man, I really enjoyed this. It's a simple movie with a simple character arc and just a good gimmick and good performances. And you can't avoid the tiles in this room because they don't let you walk through the door. All right. All right, here's how I'm going to do it. But I learned, one, that it was supposed to be Bette Midler in that role, the starring role originally, and she turned it down.
Whoa, so Hocus Pocus
just
reunion.
Yeah. She's like, if I am even photographed in a nun's habit, I will never hear the end of it. She's like, so I'm not doing that. And I get it. It was, sort of rewritten. But Carrie Fisher did rewrites on that movie, Princess Leia. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but she was like a Hollywood script doctor on top of being, an iconic legend in pop culture. Yeah. Like, she would go back and help make a script work or make it funny. Like, she's brilliant. Also, while we're on the subject of Carrie Fisher, go look up her scene in Austin Powers, people watching this. It's so good. She's so good in that. Who's going to take over the world when I die? You hear that? Who's going to take over the world when I die? Sometimes feels like that, doesn't it? It's just such a good... that line is it's a little cheesy, but she nails
and then
the delivery.
When you're done, go look up her scene from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Amazing. Yeah, she's great in that too. Oh my god, these things are going to kill me.
Didn't she play a nun in that?
She was a nun.
Yeah.
Fiddly-lee. Come here. I need you. Stupid thing. Yeah, if you die with a fairy in this game, it counts as a death. And in fact, if you save your game and quit, it counts as a death.
Really?
Yes, because it doesn't count deaths, it counts games. It goes number of games.
Wow.
And so it's like, if you want a 0 death counter, you need to never save.
Do you get like any kind of special reward?
No, not at all. Just bragging rights.
Oh.
In other games, sometimes there is a difference, but it's rare. Okay. You can warp back to the beginning of a dungeon with a mirror. But Sister Act, like, that whole movie is built around the whole, like, nun funny. But more than that, it's just around, and, they sing, it's like, they were right. That's, just go to YouTube and just look up the scene where they're singing. It's so simple. Like, he's my guy, as a matter of fact. Just some, like, wacky, husky-throated old lady in a habit talking about, I love my God. You're like, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That works very well. Good job. Can't remember if you need
I can't remember the movies very well off the top of my head, but I remember always thinking the sequel was one of the best sequels ever made.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill, too. Oh, my God,
oh, yeah,
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
She's so good. She's one of the best. They tried to pop her for tax fraud. How dare you? Don't you know who that is? Don't you know who you're dealing with? Up and in. Yeah, Kathy Najimy, you know, Peggy Hill is in it, and she's way over the top and very, very good. And also, I just was looking it up the other day, but I don't think she was like nominated or won anything for playing Peggy Hill, and that is a crime, dude.
Really? She never won anything?
I didn't see anything about it. Maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough, but I'm like, Peggy Hill, no one else could have played that role and made it like, that is a real person.
Yeah.
She made it real and deserved it. I don't think Steve Carell ever won for playing like Michael Scott either, and I'm like, how? Who was he losing to?
Greatness is not always appreciated in its time.
Yeah, but I'm like, go back and give some honorary awards, you know what I mean? Like, for sure, Peggy Hill, for sure. Michael Gary Scott. He has 3 first names, which I've always thought was funny. I believe it's the same thing with David Brent. I've never heard them talk about that specifically, but I feel like that's a specific choice that they're like, David Brent. Well, what's our David Brent? Those are 2 first names. I don't know. Michael Scott. Done. We're done. That's it.
Yeah, just 2 really common names from his generation.
Oh, why am I doing this? I just don't want them bugging me while I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, and I did a restore point because you have to fall down here, and I want to make sure I fall down the right pit. Would you cut it out? I can't believe what a duel that was, dude.
It took a while. Okay,
I'm just gonna go back. Anyway, that was a waste of everything, but it was kind of funny. Is it this one?
Oh.
That's it. Nice. Okay, I'm not going back. All right.
What does it protect you?
Yeah, you need. Keeps you from turning into a bunny in the dark world.
Oh.
So you do need it.
But you can't use it.
But you can't use it. But you can weirdly leave the dungeon without it. You could beat the dungeon without ever getting it, and then just be like, "How come I can't go any further in the game?" It's like you got to get the moon pearl.
Oh.
But the NPC tries very hard
it's things
to
like
you.
that make this game so hard for me. That the game doesn't hold your hand even a little bit. It's like, nope, if you missed it, it's like you have to go. Like, I would have never thought to go back into a dungeon that I'd finished to be able to keep going.
I'm doing a save state here because if this guy kills me, if this guy makes me fall down a pit, I am going to lose my mind. So I'm just doing a save state, and I don't really need any item.
Why'd you get the save state so far away?
I don't know why I do anything. Maybe I believe in myself. I don't know. Actually, I don't think your sword spin does any extra damage like it does in Link's Awakening in other games. Mulder, he looks like a cheeseburger in like Between Worlds.
I think he looks like a cheeseburger now. He looks like McDonald's.
I just think he looks like an old caterpillar.
Oh, an old caterpillar.
Faith in Begora, an old caterpillar. Stupid thing, I hate you so much.
Oh.
God! Nope.
So would you have to start over?
I don't know if his health carries through. I feel like it doesn't. Can somebody answer in the comments below if sword spin actually does more damage? I always do it, but I feel like it doesn't do anything in this game. Let's see if it goes a little faster. If it does, then sword spin does do more. You needed to do it in Oracle of Ages and Seasons in order to kill the final boss. You had to sword spin. He's not moving any faster, which lets me think that it doesn't do much, but it helps me hit his tail. No. God! What a jerk! I hate this boss fight more than anything. By the end of the game, when you have to fight him again in Ganon's Tower, it doesn't matter because you have like the gold sword and he dies very easily. But here it takes forever. Actually, let's find out if there are any other alternate ways to hit him because I don't know if there are. No. Great. He's just annoying. God. I hate you. My listeners hate you. Remember that forever, scumbag. Oh my god. Ding. I really do not like this boss. No, that's why you don't want to do a spin attack. If you bounce off him, you go flying. I really am just annoyed by this.
I love the multi.
He doesn't even really have a pattern. He just kind of goes.
I love the multi-planing.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So
that's
good.
why they wanted to do this on 3DS, because they're like, there's so much that we were already doing with that pattern. God, I hate him, dude. Googly-eyed freak. Eat it.
Wow, you're already at 9 hearts.
We're rocking and rolling, baby.
But they're 20.
Now it's
Is
Master
20
Sword
the
time.
usual?
Yeah, some games go over, some go under.
Breath
There's a
of the
whole
Wild
bunch
is-
in the Oracle of Ages and Seasons.
Breath of the Wild is 24, right?
I can't remember. I think they start you with 4, so it would make sense that they have more.
Yeah, it's like, I think there's 12 in each row. Well,
there's
that's
anything
another
more.
episode of Goldwynn Dinner Club. Join us
In the
tomorrow
books.
for The Dark World.
We're going to be popping off.